In this lecture, we're going to talk about functions, specifically parent graphs to begin with. So the first parent graph I want to talk about is y equals x squared. A parent graph is going to go through 0, 0. So when I graph this, I'm going to draw a rough sketch. I'm going to come down, go through 0, 0, and come back up. The next one, y equals square root of x. This one starts at 0, 0 as well, but it has this shape to it where it comes up and eventually levels off. The last parent graph is going to be y equals x cubed. That is going to look more like an S. You come down, go through 0, 0, and make your way back down to the lower left. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is look at these parent graphs when we talk about translating them. Let's take a look at this first parent graph. We have y equals x plus 3 quantity squared minus 2. This tells me that it's going to be, the parent graph is going to be y equals x squared. And that's what I have graphed here in red. Now let's take a look at the 3 and the 2. This 2 outside here is going to tell me that the graph shifts down 2. So I'm going to come down 2 spots. And that's what it would look like if I shift down 2 spots. Now let's take a look at the x plus 3. Because it's on the inside of the squared, we're actually going to do the opposite of what it says. This says a positive 3, so instead of moving right 3, I'm going to move to the left 3 spots. So my graph is going to be there in green. Let's take a look at the next one. The parent graph for this equation is going to be y equals square root of x. And that is what I have graphed there in red. Take a look at this plus 1. It's hanging on the outside of every other part of the equation. That's going to tell me to move the graph up 1 spot. So now I'm going to kind of draw the shape of the graph going up 1 spot. Finally, the stuff on the inside that says x minus 5. Because it's on the inside, I'm going to do the opposite of what it says, and I'm going to move to the right 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I am going to draw the shape of the graph. I'm going to start going up and to the right. So this green graph is what I'm looking for. Last but not least, y equals x plus 7 quantity cubed plus 8. The parent graph for this one is y equals x cubed, and that's what I have graphed there in red. The first thing I'm going to graph is a positive 8. That tells me to go up 8 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And from that spot, I'm going to draw my cubic graph as best as I can. Now take a look at the stuff on the inside. That says x plus 7. Because it's on the inside, I'm going to do the opposite of what it says, and I'm going to subtract 7 on the x-axis. So I'm going to go to the left 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to draw the basic parent graph as best as I can. And that green graph is a translated graph of that equation.